Remember, if you're away from your TV, you can always get on-demand weather updates on your computer. Just head to news4jax.com and click on the Weather Authority.
Now to a developing story about a case some say will push the limits of the First Amendment.
A federal grand jury has indicted a Missouri woman in the alleged cyberbullying of a teenage neighbor who later committed suicide. Investigators say 13-year-old Megan Meier exchanged messages with a woman who was using a fake profile pretending to be a 16-year-old boy. After receiving cruel messages in June of 2006, Meier hanged herself at home. All new tonight, Channel 4's Diane Cho spoke with a local attorney who says he believes whatever the outcome, this could be a landmark case.
Absolutely, Mary. For the first time, this case could determine legal precedents set for criminalizing online speech. After being thwarted into the national spotlight, 13-year-old Megan Meier's family may get justice after all. A federal grand jury indicted Lori Drew, the woman who's accused of perpetuating a hoax on MySpace, is now facing 1 count of conspiracy and 3 counts of accessing protecting computers without authorization to get information.
The prosecutors pointed out, look, they may not have known she was going to commit suicide, but that doesn't really affect the fact that they went on the internet, pretended to be someone else.
Drew allegedly created a false identity on the popular social networking site known as MySpace, acting as a 16-year-old boy named Josh Evans to create a flirtatious relationship online to supposedly try to get information on what Meier may have been saying about Drew's daughter, who was a former friend. Former prosecutor Richard Alexander says each count only carries a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison, and it's not likely Drew will see the punishment the teen's family thinks she may deserve.
They want to see some kind of punishment, and they want to, really what they want to do is to prevent this sort of thing in the future and to let people know there are consequences to how you behave on the internet. It's probably the biggest point they want to make.
The case would make it the first time the federal statute on accessing protected computers would be applied beyond a hacking case and could create First Amendment defenses.
Absolutely. It will be a landmark case. We're going to see, and of course it's pushing up against the First Amendment, but it's going to test to see how far you can go.
And Alexander says he expects this case will be prosecuted fairly quickly, but he says he wouldn't be surprised to see the case go to the higher courts and even the Supreme Court before it's all said and done. We're live in the newsroom. Diane Cho, Channel 4, the local station.